Tonight we're talking about following instructions. And what happens when you don't follow instructions? You need to follow instructions. It was an incident today where a girl in Columbus,
Was it Columbus?
Ohio, she was not following the cops' instructions. She was at Kroger. She had came out, got in her car, and the cop was already there talking with somebody else in the parking lot. So he actually went over to her because somebody in the store said she stole some wine.
Oh, yeah.
And she was leaving the store. But what actually happened, was stealing the wine, but she put the wine back. She put it back and went to get in her car to actually leave. And the cops came up to her. It was two of them. Hey! And two of them came. And they actually told her to get out of the car. And she said, what for? Get out of the car. He asked her 5 times to get out of her car. And this was, her name was Tanika Robinson. She would not get out of her car. She remained in her car. She was 5 months pregnant also. She remained in her car. The other officer come up, asked her to get out of the car. She still would not get out of her car. So the second officer went and stood in front of her car. And so she started coasting off just a little bit. She didn't slam on her brakes and on her car and go real fast. She was just like coasting, barely coasting through. And the cop stood in front of the car and she hit the gas just a little bit. And he told her to stop. And the car was just barely rolling. He pulled his pistol out and shot through the windshield, killed her. He killed her. But my thing is, he did not have to do that. Why did he stand in front of the car in the first place? But the first thing is, why did she follow instructions? If she would have followed instructions, she should have been at home right now. But she didn't follow their instructions. And when a cop come up to you and approach you, the first thing you need to do, can I have your name and your badge number? And then the second thing you asked him, why are you trying to detain me? And then if he asks you something else, you tell him, I plead the fifth and I would like to talk to a lawyer. And he's supposed to give you that right. But she did not follow instructions. He asked her 5 times. The other cop came and asked her 3 more times. 8 times she was asked, and they wasn't ugly. They were polite, to get out of the car. We need you, ma'am, to get out of the car. For what? I'm not getting out the car. I'm not getting out the car. So young people and older people, middle-aged people, teenagers, follow instructions. And what do you have to say about that?
Okay, I was a cop in the military, right? And this is in one of our classes. This is in one of our classes, how, when you dealing with a person, and following instructions is important, right? Even though she was stealing the wine, but she put it back.
She put it back.
Okay, when they asked her to get out the car, you need to try, because your whole object, we said this before, is to make it home.
It's to make it home.
Okay, she could avoid getting shot, right, by following instructions. But the cop didn't follow the procedures all the way. That's not the first thing you're supposed to do, is shoot. But what's going to happen, they're going to say that car is a moving
deadly weapon,
right?
And it came forward.
Came forward, so he
Beverly.
He had the option to shoot.
He had the right to shoot.
Now, if he was really following instructions like he was supposed to, he wouldn't have shot her like that. But if your life is on the line, you are the one that has to do the right thing for yourself. It ain't about them.
Exactly.
You got to make sure you are going to get home. They don't care if you make it home or not.
They don't care.
But see, you have to follow instructions. Okay, and it says when a law enforcement officer is called to an incident, he or she would order the suspected criminal to stop what they're doing immediately. That's a directive style decision making. The criminal has to follow instruction and does not need to ask for clarification. So you got to remember that when they tell you to do something, you need to try to do it. Now, because in a court of law, or if you got to go somewhere, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go in the cop's favor.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. And now you have to make sure you are okay.
You follow
and don't let these people make an excuse to kill you.
Because that's what it is.
Because that's what they're going to do. If they got a good opportunity to kill you, they're going to do it.
The same thing with Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland case. Sandra was not following any instructions. When he asked her to get out of the car, for what? You already been talking bad to me. Now you want me to get out of my car. Why do I have to get out of my car? I'm not getting out of my car. Ma'am, get out of the car. I will not get out. And then she started cursing the officer. So of course he got mad, pulled the door open, pulled her out of the car. My thing is, I want to get home. I don't want to die. And I'm a black woman. I don't want to die. I want to make it home to my family, make it home alive. So sure, I get out of my car. Yes, sir. I'm out of the car, okay? Now what you need? And don't say nothing. It's best to be quiet and let them speak to you. And now, cops, what they do now, everybody got to get out of the car. They want everybody to get out of the car now. That's just what they do now. I'm trying to read the comment.
Yeah, but...
Oh, thank you for watching from Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, because when you interact with a police officer, here's some tips. Be calm and polite. And remember, you're following rights. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. And remember that anything you say or do can and will be
in the court
used
law
against you in court. And so, look, all you got to do is be calm and don't take the situation to another level. You calm the situation down because they are already pumped up already.
Yes.
Right? And 9 times out of 10, a lot of these cops scary.
They are.
Yeah, they scared.
They scared.
They scared. So it's you make a certain move, they ready to shoot you right there.
Yeah.
Like, see, when I was a cop, I was a good cop. I was a good cop.
Yeah.
I didn't play bad cop. I played good cop.
And another thing that they don't like, cops do not like the Q word, and that's be quiet. They don't like that. They getting on to you, they talking to you. I need to see your license and registration now. I want to see your, be quiet. You done already started, turned everything over. You done turned, but even our children need to know to follow instructions. Our kids, I don't care what race they are, our kids are ending up dead because they don't follow instructions. They don't know what to do next. They follow in their own mind, which is not, their mindset is not mature enough. I don't care how old they are. Some are grown, but their mindset is still at 16 and 17. It ain't developed enough to follow that instruction. So we need to teach our children, when you say something, that's what I mean. I mean, be in the house at 12.
Okay.
Follow my instructions, in other words, because they learn from at home. If they don't follow instruction at home, when they get in their car and go somewhere, they're not going to follow the cops' instructions. They're not following yours.
Yeah, because see, we going to take it there, right? These kids, a lot of these kids don't follow instructions because they ain't been following no instructions at home.
Exactly.
They don't have no order at home. So anytime some type of adult or somebody in authority tell them to do something,
they're not.
They popping off to them.
They popping off.
So ain't nobody trained them to know how to get out of a situation. Every time you get in a situation, it don't require you yelling and doing something violent. But see, but a lot of this generation now, that's the first thing they're gonna do. They're ready to fight you. They're ready to yell at you. They're ready to act crazy with you. And if you're dealing with the cops, that's not a good thing. You might not make it home.
You might not make it home.
You might not make it home.
This might be your last time driving.
And you know, if it's one of us, if we was yelling or acting crazy or talking crazy to them, they can say, "Oh, I thought I was in fear for my life."
Yeah, I was afraid.
I was afraid.
And she was reaching in her purse. I didn't know if she had a gun or not, so I just shot her.
And 9 out of 10, they get off.
Like we was going to Houston one time, and this cop pulled us over. It was 2 of them. They pulled us over, and I was trying to. He did not know where the registration was and stuff, and so I was looking in the glove compartment for it. The cop came. The one on the passenger side behind, he had his gun unclipped. And he had his on the handle of the gun. He had his hand, and he told me, he said, don't move, don't get out of this car, do not move, be still. So I was like this, and I was just still.
I said, be still. And the only thing that saved us, I was working at the prison at the time.
Yes.
And I had the state sticker on the car and had my ID with me. And when I went in my wallet to show my license, I made sure I flipped it out that I had my state badge, and
he didn't get
ID.
a ticket or nothing.
And then when he looked at that, he didn't give me no ticket. He just let us go.
He let us go.
But initially, it looked like he's ready to put us in the dirt.
Yeah.
The way he was approaching the car, he was talking about we was swerving on the road. We hadn't done nothing.
So he was going in and out of the lanes too much.
Yeah, but see, we was driving.
Something went wrong, it says.
Did it stop?
Tap to re-enter.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There you go.
Okay.
We sorry about that. But he finally let us go.
Yeah, but see, another thing, black people, when you driving around black in a nice car.
That's right.
We was in a Jaguar. Yeah, we was in a Jaguar. And anytime you in a nice car,
they think something.
Look, when we had an Escalade, what the man do to you in your own neighborhood?
In my own neighborhood, he pulled me over and he asked me where was I going, and I told him I was going to practice. And he said, "But what are you doing over here? You in this neighborhood?" I said, "I live in the neighborhood." And I talked real nice to him. I said, "No, sir, I live in the neighborhood." And he said, "But I didn't see you give a signal back there." And I said, "I didn't." And he said, "No, you didn't give us." I said, "I thought I did." He said, "No, ma'am." I said, "Well, maybe it's out because it goes out. You need to have that fixed." And where you had, he was all in the back of the car looking and walking around the truck looking in. And he saying, "Where you headed?" I said, "I'm going to practice. I got a part in Mary Todd Lincoln, and I'm going in a play, and I got a part, and I'm going to practice." "Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah, why don't you bring your family out and y'all come see me?" And he said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Well, ma'am, give signals, get your signal light fixed, and I might do that, and you have a great day."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, thank you." That's how you handle that.
You got to learn how to talk to these people.
You got to learn how to speak to them.
And see, we ain't training up these people, these kids, how to talk to nobody. They can't talk to the average person on the street without going on.
They can't without getting mad.
Without getting mad. So you're going to have some type of survival skills when you out there, especially if you run into some cops. Because their whole thing they're going to do, they're going to try to take you there to get you to start talking
upset.
Crazy, get you upset.
So they can pull you out the car and put their knee in your back. And we got to teach our children, when you get pulled over by a cop, what you do. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
Teach them.
Teach them. Why is it important to follow orders in law enforcement? That's because resisting arrest is a crime in itself. By obeying the police officer's orders, you can avoid giving them a legitimate reason to arrest you. You can also preserve a potential case against the police for wrongful arrest. In short, obey the police and follow the orders. That way, so if something do happen, you got it on record, you got it time stamped and dated that you didn't do nothing. So if they pulled a videotape, you weren't doing nothing.
You weren't doing nothing.
And you might have a case and you might be able to get you some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this, you got to know how to get out of these situations because anytime you get stopped by the police, it can be a potential for you to lose your life.
That's right.
Yeah, it's bad enough it's a potential to lose your life just by being out there. Period.
Yeah.
Just because it's enough going on as it is.
And we just need to teach our children that is so important. It starts at home. If they're not following your instructions at home, they're not doing what you tell them to do at home, they can end up dead. You can be burying a child, or somebody could be burying you. You're not gonna make it home if the cop pull you over. Oh, what you pulled me over? I didn't run that stop sign. Oh, you's a lie. I did not run the stop sign.
Yeah.
Get off my car.
Yeah, step like.
I got my phone. I'm taping you.
Yeah.
Get away. I'm not opening my door. I ain't getting out of my car. I'm not opening my door. I'm not getting out of my car. They break the window, pull you out. You're on the ground, and you scuffling with them. And they're arresting you now for resisting arrest, fighting a cop. Not opening the door. So you got to follow instruction. And the Bible say, obey and listen with people that's over authority.
Yeah.
They are over us. They might not be right, and they might be wrong in a lot of ways, but we still need to listen, because you can that way you can live. You can get home, because today the world is totally different from the way it used to be when you was at home as a kid with your mom and dad.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Our children are different now.
You got here 7 things you should never say to a police officer. Number 1, I've only had 2 beers.
Okay.
Don't tell them. Number 2, I don't think so, or probably not. Number 3, I know my rights. Number 4, I was grabbing for the phone, purse, keys, car, TV, beer, and accidentally hit her. Now, number 5, my best friend is a defense attorney. Did I skip one?
Okay, she said most of the behaviors come from the adults, and that is true. That is so true. I'm trying to read the comments too. That is so true. And the other comment says that because they feel black people come, oh, behavior comes from adults. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Beverly says, that's what Beverly says. She says that because they feel black people must not have nothing wrong, they see us first, thing comes to them in mind is
we have no rights.
We have no rights. And that is so true. They think we don't have, because we're black, we ain't got no rights. I'm out. What is that?
Out the camera off and be knocking.
Down, better you.
Down, better yet.
Yeah, have it on.
Oh, have your camera.
Oh, yeah, have your camera on.
Yeah, have your camera.
Yeah, because that's evidence for you in court. Because they're gonna lie and say they didn't do this or they didn't do that. You're right. You need to have your camera on. The thing of it is, we need to teach our children, and we need to teach our teenagers. We need to let them know what they're supposed to do. When a cop pull you over, don't get scared, don't get nervous. But before they come up to you, already have your ID out, your license out, everything they need, have it in the seat of the car. So you can say, it's right here, officer, can I give it to you? I don't have nothing on side of me. You can see, you can look in here. I don't have anything. I'm going to give it to you. Or you can reach and get it yourself. We just have to teach our children. It was another little girl in Columbus, Ohio, 2 weeks ago. She went out with her 4 friends. And her mom thought they was just going close through their neighborhood where they were supposed to go. No, they didn't. They went to Highland Park or wherever she say that was, and she don't allow her daughter to go over there. They was all 16-year-olds. They was high school students. They stopped at McDonald's, and they got something to eat. And this woman's daughter, her name was Tamika. This woman's daughter, she got some sweet and sour sauce. They all did. But when she wanted some sweet and sour sauce, it was all gone. So her and one of her friends, she said this was her friend, they started fighting. Started fighting so bad they had to pull the car over. They ended up fighting on the sidewalk. And as they were fighting each other on the sidewalk, they fighting over sweet and sour sauce, y'all. Sweet and sour sauce. The girl was fighting her. She pulled a knife out and stabbed the girl in the chest twice and in the stomach. And that little girl, her three other friends, took her to the hospital. And the other girl that stabbed her, she was walking away with her head down. And the cops seen her with the knife in her hand. They pulled her over and they arrested her. When they got the girl to the hospital, the girl died. So her mom and dad is burying her. She died because she thought those was her friends. And then another thing, she wasn't supposed to even be over there. So she must have lied to her mom. She did not follow her mother's instructions. She never came back home. Her friend, that's why we talked about a week ago, her friends, how many of you have them? Are they your real friends? She thought this was her friend. She did not follow her mother's instructions, first of all. And she never came back home. Died over some sweet and sour sauce. Guys, we got to talk to our kids. 16-year-old, she's gone. Gone. Over some sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, it's very important for us to follow instructions, and we need to teach our kids conflict resolution.
Exactly.
Because, like, we're not just talking about the cops, we're just talking about being out there in general with people. And, you know, because, like, you can just be in a Family Dollar or a Dollar General.
Like it,
and yeah, just like
end
that.
up dead.
Yeah, some can have to. Or somebody can, they did it to my wife. He ran up on my wife talking crazy to her. But what she did conflict resolution. She said, oh, it's fine. It's okay. You can go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead. Because it ain't worth it.
It's not worth it.
You ain't going to be up here fighting over
you. Calling me out my name and everything. You ready to fight me? I'm trying to read your comments.
Yeah.
Out of the camera or something. And up the road trying to see that I got all sweet and sour sauce for you, baby.
What?
Oh, okay. Somebody on here trying to be
funny. You gonna get
This is not the place for this. It's bad enough, y'all leave all the ugly comments all the time. Don't do that. Talking about, I got all the sweet and sour sauce for you, baby. For talk and more holding boots.
Oh, knocking boots.
Knocking boots. Oh, okay. Okay, but this is a conversation we're having. We're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that. But you got to follow. See, when people don't follow instructions, this kind of stuff they do. They don't have they don't care about nothing. They just want to put you down, want to make you feel bad, because they feel bad.
Yeah, but you got to realize something. My haters are my motivators.
Hey, say that again.
My haters are my motivators.
All my motivators. Hallelujah.
If I ain't got no haters, that mean I ain't making no moves.
That's right. That's right.
And so anybody that's on here talking crazy, calling us out our names, whatever, you ain't doing that but making our numbers go up.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Donkey hole.
What? Oh, that what they put on?
Yeah, donkey hole.
Oh my goodness.
The Janice said you preaching, sir.
All right.
And with all that, yes. Because we are here talking about something serious.
Yeah.
Donkey, and maybe you need to hear it. But still, as I'm saying, that we got to teach our children. But if we running around doing stuff like donkey, we ain't teaching our kids nothing. This is what you're teaching your kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why our kids are ending up not coming home. Ending up in situations where they want to kill themselves.
Killing themselves, getting killed. Getting beat down, getting robbed, you name it. Because they don't have no kind of
This message is held for interview.
Oh, somebody must. Oh, they got blocked.
I don't know.
Oh, they must have got blocked.
Sometimes you have to walk away. Exactly.
Good, yes, right.
To see when you see trouble coming your way, pay attention to your surround, to other people surround you, and that is so true. That is so true, Beverly. You are so right. Because I could have been in, like you said, a bad situation.
Yeah.
Because that lady was ready to go. She was in a hurry, and she was just, oh my God, can you hurry up? Hey, get a man another card. What the F going on right here? Give him another call. You ain't got no cash money. You just need to get. I'm ready to go. Get out of my way. And I say, sir, can you go on and just delete me out so she can go on and go?
Yeah,
I say, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Now get out of my way.
Yeah, just dumb,
I'm
dumb
sorry.
stuff, unnecessary
See,
stuff.
if I was ignorant as she was and was never taught how to follow instructions, I would have been up there fussing with this woman and probably ended up in a fight and ended up in jail. I don't have time for that because I love the life I live and I want to keep living it the proper way, because you know who's watching everything that we do, Donkey? The Lord. He's watching us. And he sees everything that we do because he got his eye on us. Yeah, turn around and walk away, this donkey hole. Okay, you're right. Turn around and walk away. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
And as Miss Janet say, you get more with sugar than salt. Hallelujah. And then somebody else say, if somebody beats me up, I will beat them up.
Up hard.
Up hard. Okay, that's I don't do that. I want to make it home. If I can avoid somebody hitting me, I'm gonna avoid that because I don't want no bruises on me. Okay, I don't want no scratches on me. If I can walk away, it's better to walk away and see yourself in the mirror tomorrow and wake up tomorrow than to walk away and be up not walk away and be up under the ground.
What does the Bible say about following instructions? Deuteronomy 12:28 says God wants us to obey him so things will go well for us.
For us.
For us.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, Matthew 28:19-20. We should help others obey.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So help others to do what's right. Do the right thing.
Because sometimes some people, they just don't know what to do. And they get so mad because a lot of people just carry all their feelings up here. And they so angry inside.
Here's a good one. Luke 11:28. Obeying God's word brings blessings.
That's right.
It brings blessings.
It brings blessings.
Yeah. Don't you want to get blessed?
I do want to get blessed. I do.
And Colossians 3:20 said, God likes it when children obey their parents.
Thank you, Miss Janice. Thank you. Yeah, when children obey their parents.
But see, the parents ain't teaching their children no more.
No.
The children raising themselves.
Tablets. Tablets are raising our children. Yeah. Cartoons, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter is raising our children.
Yeah.
We're not raising our kids anymore.
And it shows.
And it shows how they act at school. How they gonna act if the cop pull them over and they're in the car with all their friends. How are they gonna act?
Did you tell them about the mother and the son that was plotting to kill his girlfriend?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, tell them about that one.
Yes, it's y'all probably have seen it on YouTube. 40-something-year-old mother and her son plotted together to kill her grandbaby's mother, which was his girlfriend, and baby mama. They broke up and they was going through something, and all of them worked at Lowe's. And the mama told him, oh, you gonna be a B or you gonna get rid of her? Because I'm sick of her and she talked to you any kind of way. You got your gun? He said, yeah, I got the gun. Well, you make sure you shoot her and you don't shoot me, because I'm going to drop her off first and I'm going to be in that car. Don't you shoot me.
They texting each other
back and forth. And then she finally tell him, now you delete all those messages because I'm going to delete all of my messages. because I'm not getting in no trouble. But you do what you got to do. Yeah, kill her. This is the mom telling her son to kill this girl. He said, "Well, you know where is she gonna be at? I know where she gonna be at. She probably gonna be in the front. You know where she work at. But she don't never be. What I'll let you know. But look in the, just come in the building, but go on and take care of your business." He went in there and killed that girl. And the mama alive, she picked the girl up and took her to work. They rode together. That's how dirty the mother was. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the mother she held a balloon release for her grandbaby's mother, which was her son's girlfriend. How dirty is that? And she deleted all the messages, but you know what? The cop got both of them, arrested both of them. And both of them is arrested for second-degree murder. So they both probably finna get a trip down. Mm-hmm. Hallelujah to that. Killed this mother from her 2-year-old daughter because she broke up with him. And then come to find out he had another girlfriend that lived 10 miles away from this girl. And he had assaulted her several times. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. We got to be parents to these children. Mm-hmm. These can be our next cops, our next teachers, our next presidents, and they're going to be a hot mess because of us. We're a hot mess. Mm-hmm. We ain't raising our kids. Yeah. We letting everybody else raise our children except for us. Mm-hmm. And our kids are watching us be evil, be ugly, do ugly things. They're watching us. And most of all, God is watching you. Mm-hmm. Do you not care?
No, they don't.
Do you not even care? People are just so sad and you just want to run somebody down. That's sad. Because you ain't running me down, because I love me, honey. I love me some me. I'm okay with that. Beverly talking out her...
Who was that?
Oh, that's still Donkey Hole.
Don't read that.
I'm not reading that. I'm reading Beverly. Well, it is as pitiful. Common sense rules the world. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah.
She loved her, some her. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. She's pregnant by the weed man. That's Black Allen.
Whoever.
You know, it's just other people. They just make up names to come on here and say stuff. You know, that's okay.
Yeah, but it says the ability to follow instructions is an important aspect of everyday life, depending on the settings and the context. Following instruction results in outcomes that have various degrees of impact. In a clinical setting, following instructions may affect life or death.
Life or death.
And that's what we talking about, life or death. Do you want life or do you want death? I'm choosing life every time.
I'm choosing life every time. I want to live.
I want to live too.
I want to live. And I don't want nothing to be judged by, by when it's time for me to go. Just say, come on in. Come on in. I don't want them to say, oh, you did this and you did that. Oh, remember when you did this? I was watching you. Remember when you did that? I was right there. I seen you.
Yeah,
I want to live my life. I want to live a good life. I want to be kind to others.
It was a group called Soul to Soul. They had a song called Back to Life, Back to Reality.
And we in 34 minutes.
Yeah, we went through. We went
all the way. Because this is a good conversation. That's a good conversation. You just got to teach your children. Teach them. Because we got to realize, again, our children are watching us. They watching us when we cuss the neighbor out. They watching us when we're on the phone talking to our friend. Oh, now that B right there. Oh, F, I can't stand her. I hope she die. I don't like her. I don't like her husband. I don't like nobody in her family. And your kid is listening to that.
Look, I'm going to give an analogy, right? Okay, say you're in the car and you got a map, right?
Yes.
Right? And you're using the map to get you where you want to go. But if you don't follow the instructions of the map, what happens? you get lost.
You get lost.
You get lost.
You can't go to your destination.
You can't go to your destination. Same thing for life.
Same thing for life.
Same for life. If you don't follow proper instructions,
Exactly.
you're gonna be lost, and you're not gonna get to where you need to go.
And the cops giving us instructions. He first thing he said, license and registration. Have you been drinking? 2 beers.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to get out of the car. Oh, I'm not getting out of the car. Well, I need you to take this breathalyzer. Oh, I'm not breathing into that.
Now, there's some things you don't have to do. Now, the law says you don't have to get out the car.
It does, yes.
Yeah, it does say that.
It does
You
say
can
that.
stay in the car.
You can stay in the car.
You can stay in the car, but you got to know that law, though.
And well, the thing you're supposed to say is, why are you asking me? Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, because see, what you going to do, if you tell them, I don't have to get out of the car, you need to state
That's right.
that number, that law.
And
Then,
that says that.
That says that. So you need to say it.
And you
And
don't
then
probably know it.
and they going to look at you, they going to be like, well,
That's
okay,
right.
you know what he's talking about. You know, and a lot of times, if you know that law, if you know how to state different laws, when they stop you, they going to leave you alone.
Exactly.
Because they know you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we're 36 minutes in.
Yeah, but hey, get back to life.
Get back to life. Follow instructions.
We don't need no more death.
We don't need no more
life.
death. We want to live.
We want to live.
And be kind to one another.
Live a good life.
Live a good life. Because you living a good life, it's gonna carry you further than you ever thought you could go.
Yeah, look, don't let these people lead you down the road of destruction.
Because they will.
They will. They will lead you down.
They will.
And then when you get there, they'll toss you to the curb.
That's right.
After they get through using you up.
That's right.
So follow instructions.
Follow instruction.
And live a good life.
And live a good life.
Yeah.
And we don't worry about what people come on here and say about us. We don't worry about that because you're building us up. Because every stone you say you throw our way, I'm taking it and I'm putting them in a purse. You know why? So I can build my house off of it later.
Yeah.
With your stones that you threw to me. Thank you. Hallelujah.
Like I told my wife,
Hallelujah.
soon as we get some haters, that means we made it.
That means we making it. It means we're on the right road.
Yeah.
And we're doing something right. Because I want to help somebody that is down and out and hurting because 3 years ago, a young lady, she was 32 years old. I can't think of her name. She hung herself in her bathroom because she started her YouTube channel. And she got so many ugly remarks about, oh, you're fat. Oh, you're ugly. You're stanky. Why are you doing this? Won't you go do something else? Every time she came on, and it made her depressed. And she killed herself. Over somebody doing just what Donkey's doing, Black is doing, the same stuff. But you know what? You ain't making me kill myself, baby, because I know who's the head of my life. I know. And I love myself.
Yeah.
And you can't bring me down with none of those words. Sticks and stones, what it say?
May break my bones,
but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
So keep writing.
Nah, we good. We grown.
But we good. We good, and I got a mod in the comments anyway, Miss Janice, and she'll handle up on that. But we're good. So you keep that going, okay?
Yeah, but thank you for tuning in.
And Black and Donkey Ho, y'all thanks for coming in here being nosy, okay? And we glad to have y'all to be part of because you raising my rating. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, we love y'all, and we will see y'all next Monday
Peace.
at 9. Peace. Night.